Howdy everyone, and welcome to a little bit different Minecraft video today. Rather than doing a video showcasing tiny homes or redstone free machines or an episode of Derpcraft, we just got a late New Year's gift from the developers, and that is in the form of Snapshot 19W02A. Which includes a few things, one of which you see right behind my right shoulder there, and we'll go over a couple of the other things that have been happening as well with the other snapshots they've been putting out. But I wanted to hit the three big things that they put out with today's snapshot because I find them really exciting. First and foremost is the campfire. The campfire is a brand new block that they are putting in for this particular snapshot and for 1.14. It's a very, very atmospheric kind of block, and it looks and sounds and feels like a real campfire, which is really, really nice. It does put off a small smoke signal that you can see here, but if you put a bale of hay underneath it, as you can see, the smoke actually increases and can be seen from quite some distance away, which is really, really nice. So if you back up here, see, look at that. So you can actually set yourself markers or landmarks without using the F3 key to figure out exactly where you are in the world. So it is very visible from a fair distance. Another use for the campfire, which should be probably self-evident, but just in case, is cooking food. So notice I've got some raw beef in my hands here. We've got our campfire. You can actually put the beef on the campfire, just like that, up to 4 items that need to be cooked. So I suppose you can use pretty much anything. I haven't tried it with anything other than beef, but you can put the 4 beef on there, and it will cook them. It does take longer, however, to cook beef or anything else on a campfire than it would in, say, a smoker or a furnace. So it will take a while to cook. But if you don't have anything other than the campfire to actually do anything with, it's better than nothing. And as you can see, once it is done cooking, it actually will pop off of the campfire, and then you can put 4 more down. So it only holds up to 4 at a time. But like I said, better than nothing. And since it does pop off automatically, you don't have to worry about getting it out of the crafting table like you would, or out of the furnace, I should say, like you would normally. Now, the only problem with that is it does not give you experience, it only gives you the meat. So unfortunately, unlike the furnace or the smoker, when you pull it out of either one of those, it doesn't actually give you the experience for cooking the product. Crafting the campfire is actually very, very simple as well. You need basically 3 sticks, a piece of charcoal or coal, and some logs. It doesn't really matter what kind of logs or wood you use. You just need 3 of that, some sticks, some coal, and that's all. You don't even need a flint and steel to make this. You can just make it with those things, and you're done, which is really, really nice. So if you are in the middle of nowhere, for some reason you don't have a pick on you, you can't make a pick or whatever, and you don't want to feel like going and getting cobblestone, you can drop that. Now, it also increases light level, and the nice thing is you can put it indoors and it will not burn down your wooden house, which is very, very handy. It's always handy when you have a way to make a fire and not burn your place down. So inside, it is safe. Now, the other things they actually added were functionality to this. This is the cartography table, and we had it before as just a decoration block, but we didn't know exactly how it was going to function. We had some inklings, but we weren't completely and utterly sure. Now, we know exactly what it does. It actually duplicates maps. So, for instance, here is a map of the local area that I just took recently. So there's our little house, and then there's Dark Oak Forest over there, and the little river, and everything else that goes along with it. Now, if we go into the cartography table, we place this map in there, and we place an empty map in there, it will create a copy of that map. So you can have multiple copies of that map ready to go. Another thing the cartography table allows you to do, if you'd like, is it allows you to lock maps. So here's our map, same exact map we had before. We put it on the crafting table, and if we take a glass pane and put it in there rather than another blank map, we will actually get map 0, but when we go look at it now, if we put it in the cartography table, it says it is locked. So rather than being able to actually do anything with it as you could normally, it will stay locked in this state. So no matter what you build around here, this map will forever remain looking exactly like this. Which is good, I suppose, if you're doing pixel art or something and you want to, let's say I wanted to do some pixel art over there and take a map of it to use it as a sign or something like that. But I didn't want to have that particular pixel art sitting out there forever. Or I wanted to be able to maybe, be able to take a picture of it, get rid of it, put it over here, or something along those lines, and not worry about someone accidentally taking the map and going and updating it later. So if someone grabbed it off the wall and went out to that same area and then tried to redo it, they wouldn't be able to do anything with it because the map itself is locked. So it never changes once you put it in that particular state. So if you have a sign or some pixel art or something that you're using a map for, that is a fantastic little function on there, is to be able to lock the map into place like this forever. And last on the list, we have the lectern. So now we have a functionality for this lectern, which is an awesome block, if I may say so. I love the little books down there. It's really, really cool. But notice there's actually a book on it. And the reason there's a book on it is because I actually made and placed a book before I started recording this video. And this is a very basic book. So this is how the lectern will function. So it's just like if you had the book in your inventory and you opened it up via right-click, and you'll be able to read whatever book is actually on the shelf. Or you can just take the book, and it's called lectern, a thing. I even spelled lectern wrong, I think. Yes, I spelled it with a U because I'm not good. No can spells. Anyway, my spelling aside. So you place it on the lectern just like you do with anything else. Right-click, places it on the lectern by itself. You can then read the books. This is how it will function. As you turn pages, a small redstone output is generated that can also be counted via a comparator to give you a page count. Now, what can you do with this particular redstone output? Well, I can think of a few things that you can actually do. So imagine you had some sort of machine that you wanted to run, but you only wanted to run it at certain times. You could actually have a comparator running into this and have a book on it that you could basically, when you came in and turned the pages, it puts out the redstone output, the comparator reads it, it goes to a repeater, and then goes to whatever machine you've got it in. So that could be a use. It could also be great for traps. So imagine if you had this set up to a comparator to, say, a repeater, and then underneath to something that would get rid of blocks that you're standing on in front of the lectern, like a piston system or something like that, that would then drop you into lava, but only when you reach the last page of the book. So you're reading through the book, the comparator's taking the redstone output, you get to the third page, you read it, you click next, and the next page says something like gotcha or something like that. The piston fires, you fall through the floor into the lava. So that'd be fun. Like, make it the Forbidden Book, make it the Necronomicon or something that you're reading, or the Call of Cthulhu or something like that. So you get to the final page and you fall through into lava or into a water trap or into a here's an idea, put this above a spawner and just close off the spawner completely. And when they finish reading the book, they fall into the room that has 1,000 zombies in it. I'm not evil or anything. No. The other thing that was added in this particular snapshot was a team message command, team MSG command. It sends messages to all players on the team of the player who runs the command, and it's available to all players on a team. Now, I don't do a lot of PvP in Minecraft. In fact, I do hardly any PvP in Minecraft. But if you do have like a team of players where you're playing some PvP game that involves teams, I can see how this would be very, very useful. So rather than having to be on, let's say you've got people who can't be on Discord. Let's say you've got people who can't be on TeamSpeak or any other kind of messaging program. This would be a fantastic way to be able to message everyone in game. Don't have to worry about Discord, don't have to worry about voice, don't have to worry about bad microphones or anything like that. It's all text-based. You just send a command to the team, everyone go right to the take that hill or the following coordinates or whatever it happens to be that you've got set up. Follow our compass mark to this area. Whatever. So it's a really cool little command, and I can see it having a lot of uses, especially in things like Sky Wars and stuff like that. So that's a neat little command. I'm glad they added that in. And then there's a bunch of bug fixes as well. Definitely go check out the latest snapshot on Minecraft.net, and you can take a look at all the different things with the bug fixes and things like that. And that's everything in the latest snapshot, actually, are those 4 things. So the campfire, the cartography table, the lectern, the team message, and the bug fixes. So that's pretty much all there. But I did want to, since I haven't actually done one of these yet, and I haven't played with a lot of the things in the snapshot, I just wanted to point a couple of things out that I really, really like. For instance, these polished andesite stairs look awesome and are great for arches. So I've got this little arch built out of some polished andesite, some andesite stairs with a lantern hanging in it, and it looks great. And this is the andesite wall, which I think looks better than the cobblestone wall by leaps and bounds. I think that's a fantastic looking wall. And there's a bunch of others too. I looked at the sandstone stairs and a few others for like the roof. It didn't really strike me as something I wanted to use for that. But if you're doing like a desert-centric build, I could see using sandstone stairs in a lot of applications, including archways and roofs and things like that. The other things I wanted to point out, I really like how the Wither Rose looks. It's really, really cool. And then, of course, if you stand over it, well, I'm in creative, but if you stand on it as a player, you start losing health. And then the cornflower also looks very, very nice. And look at the new texture on the wheat. Isn't that cool? I really like this new texture that they've got on this. Actually, I think I like all the new textures. Look at the glass panes. They actually look like glass you can see out of. Isn't it great? Isn't it fantastic? And the regular glass blocks are the same way. And this, by the way, is the cobblestone brick wall. So it also looks very, very nice. And it looks like it's a great chimney. So I've got that as a chimney on the smoker. And I love the smoker. I love the fact that it cooks up. Look at how fast this cooks this. Zing! Done! That is fantastic. And it's so nice to be able to have one furnace dedicated to whatever, and then one furnace effectively dedicated to just food. So that way you don't have to have two furnaces in your starter house that are both cooking up stuff simultaneously. You can sit there and put all your potatoes in one and then put all your iron in the other and have everything get done in the most efficient amount of time possible rather than having to muck up both furnaces to get all your food cooked or whatever it happens to be. So I really, really like all of the changes I've seen so far. I love the lantern. Oh, the lantern is so gorgeous. It's so pretty, and it makes so much sense, and it looks so good, too. It's such a good-looking block. It's so much better than torches. Look at this. So this is the torch with the new mossy cobblestone slab. Still looks good in the frame and everything, but that's leather and sticks and mossy cobblestone and a torch. So that's a lot of materials. Or you can just make a lantern, which is a lot less materials. It gets glass and a torch. And something else? I'll have to look. But I think that's it. That's all it takes to make a lantern. So rather than all these weird materials to make something that looks nice for this, torch sconce that you've got here, leather being the big one, these are very simple, look better, give you a really cool feel to your build, and put out a lot of light. So they put out at least as much light as a torch, maybe if not a little bit more. So very, very nice. I love all the changes I've seen so far. I love the campfire. I love the lectern. I love especially that the lectern can be used as a trap. I love the fact that the fire does not go out when it rains. That's nice. Let's close the door. Oh! Thunder and lightning. And be able to look out the windows and actually see what's going on with the glass panes. Really, really nice. It almost feels like I'm playing modded Minecraft. It really does. It feels like I'm playing a mod versus playing the actual vanilla game. And I like that. I like the feel of some of the things that they've done in modded. I like the challenge of vanilla, and I like the fact that they have put some of the best parts that I liked in modded Minecraft into the vanilla game, as far as things like lanterns and the campfire, and just little things. Little things like that I really appreciate. But that's going to do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tour of some of the new things that we're waiting for in 1.14 and this new snapshot that Mojang put out for us today. I think it's some fantastic changes. I really enjoy all of these things. I think it's going to make it a much more in-depth, immersive game, and I'm really looking forward to being able to play it when it finally comes out. I do Minecraft content on my channel about 3 to 5 days a week. I'm currently doing a series on the MC Harmony server called Derpcraft. I definitely encourage you to go check out those episodes while you are here. And I also do some standalone videos such as microhomes and redstone-free contraptions and machines. Please leave a like on your way out the door if you could. It definitely helps out the channel. And also please feel free to visit the links in the description as far as going to Minecraft.net to actually download the latest snapshot. I also have a Discord, and you can also follow me on Twitter at Akoto Kusumoto. I'm Akoto Kusumoto pretty much anywhere you go, whether it's here, Twitter, Twitch, pretty much anywhere. If you find Akoto Kusumoto, you've probably found me. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you really like the content, definitely think about subscribing. We could always have more people here. I love doing content. Like I said, I do it about 3 to 5 days a week on Minecraft right now, but I do play other games as well. Make sure you go out tonight, play some games, have some fun, and I'll see you again in the next episode of Derpcraft or in the next standalone video here. Have a good night, everybody.